All right, when you think about forest fires and mass fires, you definitely don't think about Hawaii. Not in my lifetime. Now, I do know that Hawaii does have volcanoes, but the result of this was not a volcano. This is something totally different that would happen. And my question is, do you believe that this was avoidable, or do you think this has something to do with climate change? The death toll in Africa right now has rose to, as of the time of this video, to 55 people. Now, people have lost homes, they have lost family and friends, they have lost so much into what's going on in Africa. And like I said again, do you think that this could have been avoided? This is just not a good set of circumstances of what happened. So let's come over here and dive, and let me share my screen so we can go ahead and talk about what actually happened, and then we can go from there. But this is just not a good set of circumstances. Here we go. Devastation comes to light as Maui residents slowly return to charred remains of a restored town. Man, this is from the AP News. Incinerated cars crushed by downed telephone poles, charred elevator shafts, standing as testaments to the burnt down apartment buildings they once served. Poles filled the charcoal colored water, trampolines plural, and children's scooters mangled by the extreme heat. Residents of the Lahaina were being allowed back home on Friday for the first time since wildfires that have killed at least 55 people turned large swaths of the centuries-old town into a hellscape of ashen rubble. So let's talk about this. What they're saying, that this is a town that was there for a very, very long time. And my question is, why do you think that this happened? That's what the people want to know. Why do you think this happened? Associate Press journalists witnessed the devastation, with nearly every building flattened to debris on Front Street, the heart of the Maui community and the economic hub of the island. People, what we got to understand, this is going to have lasting effects for this, for Hawaii and for Maui specifically. The roosters, known to roam Hawaii streets, meandered through the ashes of what was left. So, meandered, meaning they probably were cooked alive from these ashes, including the eerie traffic jam of the charred remains of dozens of cars that didn't make out of the inferno. It hit so quick, it was incredible. Lahaina resident Cal Sharn Horse said as he surveyed his apartment complex's damage Friday morning, it was like a war zone. A war zone, people. These are people like you and me that has lost everything. They lost everything. And these are people just like you and me. This is somebody taking this footage off their cell phone. The wildfires were fueled by a dry summer, strong winds from a passing hurricane racing through parched brush covering the island. This is how you know that climate change is real. This is how you know climate change is real. What does it say here? It's the state's deadliest natural disaster since 1960 tsunami that killed 61 people. And so far, 55 people have been accounted for as being deleted or dead. And this fire could easily surpass that, because right now it's already at 55 people. All right. The wildfires are the state's deadliest natural disaster since the 1960 tsunami that killed 61 people. An even deadly tsunami in 1946, which killed more than 150 people on the Big Island, prompted the development of the territory-wide emergency system that includes sirens, which are sounded monthly to test their readiness. So this is a different set of circumstances, and I don't even know if the sirens were able to go off in this case, right? But many survivors said in interviews that they didn't hear any sirens or receive a warning that gave them enough time to prepare, and only realized they were in danger when they saw flames or heard explosions nearby. There were no warning. There was absolutely none. Nobody came around. We didn't see a fire truck or anybody, said Lynn Robinson, who lost her home in the fire. I hate to sound arrogant, or maybe I shouldn't even say it, but I don't think 5, 10, 20 fire trucks would have helped. I just don't. The way this fire spread it was so lethal. This stuff was like biblical proportions just in the small capacity of Hawaii, but this was crazy. Hawaii emergency management records showed no indication that warning sirens sounded before people had to run for their lives. Instead, officials sent alerts to mobile phones, televisions, and radio stations. But widespread power and cellular outages may have limited their reach. Governor Josh Green warned that the death toll would likely rise as search and rescue operations continue. He also said Lahaina residents will be allowed to return Friday to check on their property, and that people will be able to get out to get water and access other services. People will be allowed into West Maui starting at noon, and authorities said a curfew from 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Saturday. The recovery's going to be extraordinary, complicated, but we do want people to get back to their homes just to see what they can access safely, because it's pretty dangerous, Green told Hawaii News Now. Fueled by a dry summer and strong winds from a passing hurricane, and at least 3 wildfires erupted on Maui this week, racing through parched brush covering the island. The most serious one swept into Lahaina on Tuesday and left a grid of gray rubble wedged between the blue ocean and large green slopes. Skeletal remains of buildings bowed under roofs and pancaked in the blaze. Palm trees were torched, boats in the harbor were scorched, and the stench of burning lingered. Summerlin Gill's Girling sought to salvage their family's keepsakes for the ashes of their home, but all they could find was the piggy bank Summers' father gave her as a child, their daughter's jade bracelet, and the watches they gifted each other for their wedding. Their wedding rings were gone. They described their fear as strong wind whipped and the smoke and flames moved closer. But they say they were just happy that their 2 children made it out alive. It is what it is, Gill said. Safety was the main concern, and there are all material things. The blaze is the deadliest U.S. wildfires since the 2018 wildfire in California, which killed at least 85 people and laid the waste to the town of Paradise. Cadaver dogs, sniffing dogs, were brought in Friday to assist the search of the remains of people killed by the inferno, said Maui County Mayor Richard Bison Jr. Lahaina's wildfire risk was well known. Maui County's has a hazard mitigation plan, last updated in 2020, identified Lahaina and other West Maui communities of having frequent wildfires and a large number of buildings at risk of wildfire. Look at these cars. These were cars that was on the road right here, people. These cars were on the road, and these people had to get out. Look at the capacity of what this fire did as it swept through. I mean, it destroyed these cars. The report also noted that West Maui had the island's second highest rate of households without a vehicle and the highest rate of non-English speakers. This may limit the population's ability to receive, understand, and take expedient action during the hazardous events. Maui's firefighting efforts may also have been hampered by a small staff, said Bobby Lee, the president of Hawaii Firefighters Association. There are a maximum of 65 firefighters making it at any given time in Maui County. And they are responsible for fighting fires on 3 islands: Maui, Molokai, and Lanis, he said. Those crews have about 13 fire engines and 2 ladder trucks, but the department does not have any off-road vehicles. He said that means fire crews can't attack brush fires thoroughly because they reach rows of populated areas. Now you understand the limitations of what they were at, and even boats in the water was spared no expense because the fires walked the water, so to speak. Lana Diaria is eager to return to Lahaina, right? Even though she knows the home she raised her 5 children in is no longer there. That to actually stand there on your burnt grounds and get your wheels turning on how to move forward, I think it will give families that peace. When she fled Tuesday, she thought it would be temporary. She spent Friday morning filling out FEMA assistance forms at a relative's house in Haku. She's eager to see Lahaina, but isn't sure how she'll feel once she's there. She's thinking about the sheds in the back that cause family mementos, my kids, yearbooks, and all of that kind of stuff. Their baby pictures, she said, that's what hurts a mother the most. So as you can see, just from these pictures, people have lost it all. All right. So this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, and subscribe as we will be coming back with many, many more videos in the future. And once again, we will see you in the next time.